So I am going to have to make sure that my Kindle is fully charged because this month is going to be all about ebooks and audiobooks, of course. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel at least twice a week, and then movie reviews here at the weekend. In the description box you will find all of my social links, including my blog and my Goodreads, where you can keep up with my reviews that I'm posting of books that I'm trying to read. Last month I made the mistake of putting a lot of ebooks on my TBR for reading later in the year when I am moving this month and I should be focusing on the books that are on the shelf behind me. So there's a video coming up addressing that, as well as my June wrap up, so make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on that. In case you missed my June TBR, I will leave it linked up above. But a lot of these books will look familiar because they were already on my June TBR. However, we're going to be focusing on the Netgalley books that I have for July, August, and perhaps even September reads. I don't know what this month's going to look like in terms of reading time. Got a couple of plane journeys, probably do some reading then, so fingers crossed I'll get to some of those ebooks then. Also got some quarantining going on, so gonna have some reading time then, hopefully, depending where my head is at. And then of course got some audiobooks on the go as well. So let's go in chronological order. On the 8th of July in the UK, we have Home by Penny Parks coming out, which I'm really excited about reading. And I said this last month, and I'm still excited about reading it, and this will probably be the first book that I finish in July. So look out for reviews on the blog, Goodreads, coming up for this one very, very soon. And that one is adult fiction. And then on the 13th of July, which is the US publication date, unless it's already published in the UK. I've gone back and forth on this one because there's two different covers, there's two different publication dates, and I just can't work out which one's which. So we have It's Better This Way by Debbie Macomber. I have not read any of hers, but I know that she is a US romance writer. And so when this one popped up for review on Netgalley, I was like, okay then. But I do also have an audio review from Penguin Random House Audio, so I will be listening to this one on audio at some point at the beginning of this month because publication date is the 13th of July. Then an ebook that I am on the blog tour for, so again this has to happen before I move, and this is The Beginner's Guide to Loneliness by Laura Bambrey. The ebook of this one came out last year and I bought it, and so I have it on ebook, and then the paperback of it is coming out on the 22nd of July there in the UK, and I am on the blog tour with a review of this one on the 19th of July, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for this one. This one is an adult rom-com, and I just didn't read it when it came out, so when the blog tour came along I was like, there's an excuse to read it. So this one I will be reviewing on the 19th of July, but it comes out in the UK on the 22nd of July. So maybe this one is for one of my plane journeys earlier on in the month, perhaps. And then 22nd of July is a big publication day in the UK. We also have, very excitingly, the new Lisa Jewell novel that I can't find my picture of right now, coming out the day she disappeared. It's a new Lisa Jewell. I'm very excited. It's not even the day she disappeared, it's the night she disappeared, and it comes out in the UK on the 22nd of July. I believe US publication date for this one is normally October, so I'm thinking that'll be around about the same, but I've seen some early reviews of it. I'm very excited about reading it. I'm thinking of doing a very special kind of reading vlog for this one, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And then last month you may remember me putting parts 2 and parts 3 of The Promise of Summer by Bella Osborne on my TBR, but then that all changed when I got a review copy from Netgalley of the full bind-up of the whole of The Promise of Summer, parts 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this one comes out in the UK on the 22nd of July, and this is what the whole bind-up finished cover looks like, so I'm excited to get stuck into that. I did pre-order all 4 parts, so I do have all 4 parts separately. Let me know in comments if you would prefer to see a review of 4 parts separately or a review of the whole thing, or both. Let me know what works best for you when you're thinking of picking up a book. Now, this one I did talk about in my June TBR because it would be a great Pride Month read, but then obviously I realised that actually I needed to focus on the books behind me before they all get packed. And this is Fresh by Margot Wood, so I am sorry that I did not get to this one in the month of June, but I'm really hoping to get to it in the month of July, and it's just too blank and shiny. But I do love the cover of this one. I love the fact that it's like coming out of that red solo cup at the top there. Very excited to read it, and this one comes out in the US on the 3rd of August. Also out in the US on the 3rd of August, we have If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. You may remember that I was reading Pumpkin by Julie Murphy as part of my June TBR, but this one is obviously a sort of Cinderella retelling, and it says specifically a meant-to-be novel, and this one comes out, as I say, in the US on the 3rd of August. I'm not sure of UK publication date for that one. But then moving on, that week in August, again, this one I've had like conflicting things of publication dates, like is it August, is it September? At the moment my Netgalley says 5th of August, so we're going with 5th of August, and this is The Heights by Louise Candlish, and I'm going to try and buddy read this one with the lovely Hayley, although our buddy reads have been kind of missing each other with us being busy in very different ways these last couple of months. We just finished Page Toon's new novel, and I ended up starting after Hayley and finishing before Hayley, and it just didn't work. I just couldn't stop reading it. So hopefully we'll have better luck with The Heights, because we do love a Louise Candlish. As I say, at the moment this says 5th of August. I've heard some September rumours, but I think 5th of August is correct. If you know any different, let me know in comments. And then also in August from Simon & Schuster, we have, I do have it here, I promise I have it here. We have Three's a Crowd by Simon Booker, and this was on my 21 books I definitely want to read in 2021. This one comes out on the 24th of August in the UK, so I have a little bit more time to read this one, but I'm excited about reading it, and I do have a review copy from Netgalley. So yeah, make sure you're following me on my blog to see my thoughts on this one. And then lastly, a couple of September releases that I may be able to get to with my sort of downtime on planes, trains and automobiles. These ones, again, I did mention in my June TBR, so they will come as no surprise. We have another Bella Osborne. It could be a double Bella Osborne month, but we have The Library by Bella Osborne, which is her first kind of book club pick, and I mean, it's a cover that's got books on it, and it's about a library, and it's even got the headphones there for the audiobooks too. So really excited about reading this, and would really like the time to read this one as well. And then we also have, let me just double check the publication date on that one. I believe this one and the next one are both 2nd of September. Yes, they are. So also on the 2nd of September, very excited, another possible buddy read with Hayley here. This is The Start of Something by Miranda Dickinson. It's a Miranda Dickinson novel. It's going to be amazing, and I love that cover. Very, very excited about that one. And yes, both of those are 2nd of September. Then a couple of audiobooks I definitely know I want to get to. Obviously, we had It's Better That Way, which is on audio that I'm going to be listening to. But I got this as an audio review copy and then proceeded to not listen to it before publication date. And so this one is already out in the US and the UK. And so this is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I have an audio review copy of this one, so look out for my review of this one coming very soon. And then another one which I kind of missed the publication date of by a little way. This one is the Anthropocene reviewed by John Green, which is his first non-fiction book, and I believe it's a collection of essays as well. So this one could be quite good for when I'm kind of like sorting stuff in terms of moving, because I can listen to one, put it down, pick up another one, and then I've kind of like listened to a whole essay in one. But again, always good to have audiobooks on trips and what have you. And then finally, only just missing the publication date of this one, we have The Disappearing Act by Steadman. So this one says it's from the author of Something in the Water, but I really loved her Mr. Nobody. Last year it was, you know, I read it in January and it very quickly became one of my favourite books of the year and stayed one of my favourite books of the year, and I have not read Something in the Water. So The Disappearing Act coming. I believe this is the UK cover. The US cover has sort of someone at the edge of a swimming pool. So, I mean, you know, Mr. Nobody involved a beach. We had Something in the Water as her first one. So obviously it's very kind of water themed. So I've definitely got plenty of books to be going on with. I have no idea what July will look like. So just make sure you're following me on social media, following my blog and my Goodreads, and you are subscribed to this channel so you can keep updated with everything that's going on, because as you know, moving is a long and stressful process. And so I don't know when I'll have time to read. If I'll have time to read, hopefully those audiobooks will come in handy in terms of keeping my reading going, and in those kind of times when you're waiting for things to turn up and waiting for things to come and collect you and what have you, audiobooks will come in handy. So there we go. It's a very ebook, audiobook heavy month. Perhaps when you come to watch my July wrap up, you will find out that actually I read more ebooks than audiobooks this month. Who knows? We're going to aim for it. We're going to try. And that's all we can do. Let me know in comments what you're going to be reading in the month of July. Sorry, this video is a couple of days before the start of July, but I do have a very exciting live show coming up on Thursday for the very start of July, and you're not going to want to miss that. So hit that notification bell. Make sure you are subscribed. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you with that video on Thursday. Thanks for watching.